And I just want to know who is excited for our second official Chairwoman Wednesday. Type it in the chat if you are excited. I honestly, I put that first video on YouTube up of the first Chairwoman Wednesday, and I was already thinking about what color I wanted this next flyer to be. I've been waiting for this for 2 weeks, and I'm just so excited for the information that you're all about to receive. Guys, you already know, note takers are money makers, so be sure that you're seated, that you have your notebook, that you have your pens, because right now, I'm gonna be extremely real. If you want to hit a Platinum 2000 position, if you wanna hit a Chairman 10 position, it doesn't matter if you're a guy, if you're a girl, if you want that rank, you have to listen to people that have gone where it is that you want to go and that are willing to teach you how to get there. And that's exactly what you're going to be receiving this night. So ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Rocio Iglesias. I am a Platinum 2000 in this business, and I've been in it for almost 2 years now, right? 2 years and some change. And this journey has been super, super amazing. Let me just go ahead and mute all mics. All right, let me just make sure that we are all muted. Perfect. And I want to start off this call, just very briefly with something very important. And this is something that really got to my heart when I started on my entrepreneurship journey, because society had told me one thing, and then God told me another thing about what it is that a woman is supposed to be in their life. So if you're ready to take notes, just do like this with your notebooks. I love people that just wave their notebooks at me. It's like, yo, I am ready to make this money, because note takers will be money makers. So I'm excited, and I'm just gonna read something. And for all of you ladies, I would love for you to write this down. Very important. I don't know what you believe in, but I don't care what society says. I don't care what religions you might be in. What I do care is that I really loved what this said about women, and that it might give you some words of encouragement in some tough moments that you might need it. So I'm going to direct you all to Proverbs 30 verse, right? Proverbs 31. If you know what I'm about to tell you, drop a 31 in that chat. If you know what it is that you're about to hear tonight. I'm definitely not going to read the whole thing, but I'm just going to tell you key takeaways that I learned when I read this passage. I just hope it encourages you. I just hope it fills you up. I just hope that the men here understand the woman that they want, not just by their side, but in their business. So let me just go ahead and read. This is not going to be straight off the Bible, but ladies, this is Proverbs 31st, 25. It says, she is clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. This is the word, man. So this means it's real. We women, we have this amazing gift of just being so strong. I've been realizing this more and more lately, how strong women can actually be. I see so many women that are mothers, they are sisters, they are daughters, they are caretakers, they are businesswomen, they are traders, and they do this all without ever breaking or without ever seeing or seeming as if they were breaking. And it's just because it is in the word that if you are a woman, you have a strength and you have a dignity in you that no one can match. It's given to you by divine power. And it's just so amazing to understand that we laugh without fear. We laugh without fear of the future, because we know, and if you're in this chat, if you're in this call, you know that you cannot fear the future, because you're creating your future with your words. You're creating your future with your actions, with your beliefs, with what you're seeing all the time. And it's just so amazing to see how literally in Proverbs 31st, let me just tell you something that I learned. You're supposed to be a hustler. It literally says there, she can take care of the house, but she also goes out and she has her own business. It's in the Bible. I swear I'm not making this up. You can read it if you don't believe me. She has her own business. She makes sure that her family is okay, but she also is known. Literally, it's in the word that people know her husband because of her. It's crazy the power that you have. And it's amazing because when I read this for the first time, I understood, right, that I had this dilemma. I had this really big dilemma where I really didn't believe, so how can I balance, me wanting to, and I'm gonna be real, me wanting to follow what society said, the being the great mother, which like I plan to be in the future, it's some people want to be mothers of a dog or of a baby. Everyone wants to have a little something to take care of at one point of their lives, at least women. It's really in our DNA. But I had this dilemma. It's like, there are two women I really look up to, and there's the Elena Cardones and the Sarah Blakely, the creator of Spanx. And I saw Elena Cardone. If you don't know who she is, you better look her up tonight. And Elena Cardone she's a success story. She had made her success, but what really made her very successful was partnering up with Grant Cardone, right? And I really had a dilemma for a long time that I was afraid. I was literally afraid of not being able to shine my own light. I was very afraid that like I wasn't gonna be able to, have a voice that wasn't heard, because my future partner or my future business partners, their voice was gonna be heard before mine. I was really afraid of that. I'm gonna be completely honest. And it wasn't up until I saw Sarah Blakely, and she just is amazing. She's literally the creator of Spanx. She's a multi-billionaire, that it really hit me. And I understood that you can be a wife, a girlfriend. You can be a mother, a caretaker, because it's like you can be all of the things that, you're supposed to be. But you can also be the creator of an empire. You can also be a woman that leads not just women, but thousands of men. You can also be that person that brings someone into action just because of your words. You can also be, the creator of a multi-billion-dollar, like, oh my God. When this really clicked, and this only clicked when I actually read Proverbs 31st, and it's just amazing to see the power that we have. Because we cannot just create life, we can create movements, we can create literally a huge business. And I think it's very important, and I just want to stop talking now because I want to bring up the next speaker. I just think it's very important for us to understand that, ladies, the whole purpose of this call is for you to wake up and dive into action and step into that woman that you are. You need to step into that woman that you are, the woman that leads, the woman that has not just a voice, but a voice that is heard. I think that it's very important. And why? Because there is only one. Let me just repeat that. There's only one Chairwoman 100 in this company. Only one. Paloma Sansores, right? And I say only one because she did it by herself. I say only one because she's like, it wasn't her and a partner. It was just her. And that inspires me so much to be able to be up there as well. To be able to, represent the power of what a strong, determined, because this is the word, determined woman can do in this industry. We can literally disrupt this industry. We already are, but I want the 130 people that are on this call to be those names that are up there, to be those people that others look up to. All right. I want to call to action all of the ladies here to start acting like that chairwoman that you want to become. How does she dress? How does she speak? How does she talk? What does she listen to? How is she operating daily? And I want you to start acting like her right now. You need to make the decision to become that woman right now, because it is in the word that, girl, you're a hustler. The girl, you can take care of anything and everyone and everything. And it's in your divine right to do it with grace, with strength, with dignity, and you're gonna be laughing at naysayers. You're gonna be laughing at people that doubt you because you know how set your future is, because you know you're creating it. And I just wanted to start off this call with what I believe has been my guide, right? What the word says about what a woman should be. And I want to remove myself out of the way because I want to bring up someone very dear to my heart. It's crazy because I say we have this pen pal type of relationship. We really have only seen each other a couple of times in events, big events actually. And I don't even remember how we got to know each other. Like I didn't even know you were you until I actually saw you in person. And it's crazy because long ago she went to Paradigm Shift. If you don't know what Paradigm Shift is, definitely you should study a little bit more about Proctor. And by the way, you know who I'm talking about. Drop something in the chat because I need to find you. And this woman, I remember her speaking to me, and she has this very authentic being. She just looks like a very giving person, and she wasn't like me. She wasn't this very out there, but she had this power within her. And it was amazing because for like almost a whole year now, we've been holding each other accountable for 10 things that we're grateful for each morning, and for writing a paragraph with our left hand every single morning, tagging each other on our stories. And she has been able to create a name for herself. And this is what I really want to get at. She has been able to create a name for herself in this industry, in this company. All right. And it's so amazing because she went from being Luke Longmire's wife to being a freaking amazing Platinum 2000 that is leading women in all of the company. All right, she's giving trainings on how to shift your paradigm. She's giving trainings on how to become the best version of yourself. And honestly, I have so admired you for the longest time because the access to information that you have, Crystal, is insane. And I know that the value you're about to drop in this call is going to be something that I'm going to run and grab my notebook because I'm going to be taking heavy notes of what you're about to say. So if we can all start dropping a 111 in that chat to welcome Crystal Platinum 2000 to this call. I'm going to go ahead and unmute you. There you go. You are unmuted right now.
Hey, how we doing? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome, girl. Thank you so much for inviting me on this call. Y'all, give it up for Rocio for the message that she just shared with you, with the value that she dropped with Proverbs 31. I am so grateful that she started the call off with that. And I am so grateful to be sharing this call with her in general. Like she said, we've been kind of pen pals and for about a year, and we've developed this amazing relationship. We have a lot in common, and we've not really spent a whole lot of time in person, but I'm so grateful for being invited on this call. I'm so grateful for the value that you shared, and I'm going to do my best to follow that with as much value as I can bring. So as she mentioned, I did go to Paradigm Shift, right? And I thought it was so important, right? This call is very valuable to me, as it is to all the ladies on this call, because as you know, what it looks like to those of us that are females in this business is that it's a very male dominated industry, right? And the reason I say that's what it looks like is because it's not really what it is. It's just that the men seem to have more confidence in stepping into the spotlight. The men are so used to business minds. The men were literally bred to be businessmen, to provide for their families, right? We have been beat up by society, like Rocio said, with what a woman should be. You're a mother, and como boricua como somos, we are both Puerto Rican, and we were raised that the woman's place is, that's fine if you want a job, baby girl, but you better cook me dinner. That's fine. That's fine if you want to, go do your thing and make your money, but my house better be clean, right? That's how we were raised. And those of you that are Latina on this call, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So with what she said, right? Luke Longmire is my husband. So we all know who Luke Longmire is on this call, right? So with that being said, that was very nerve-wracking for me to get involved into this business because my husband was a superstar. And I was like, I can't do what he does. I can't be like he is. Yeah, this is Luke Longmire's wife. I just saw the comment. So yes, I couldn't be what he was. I felt very, very, very self-conscious. I was very nervous. And it's not just that, y'all. I've done a couple calls these last couple of days, and I've talked about finding your why. And if you don't know what your why is, you've got to find that. Like, if you don't know what your why is, you've got to find that. I'm not going to talk about that on this call, but DM me on Instagram. I don't care whose team you're on. If you don't have a why, I will help you find it. If you don't have a why, I will help you find it. Rocio, can you type my Instagram in the chat so that if anybody wants to message me, just let me know. And the reason that I'm saying that is because, you guys, not only was I nervous about jumping into this business after the Luke Longmire, right? And all of the examples that he gave me, but I didn't have self-confidence. It wasn't even just about comparing to him or being as good as him. It was about like just having self-confidence in general about what I was capable of, because I was in the job, in the employee mindset for what, 20, I'm 34, I'm 35. Wow, just kidding. I'm 35, right? So most of the people on this call are probably a lot younger than me. I didn't get involved in this business till I had experienced a lot of things in life, and I had learned what I didn't want. And I had lived in a space that I had been stuck in for way too long, and I was just done. And when I finally jumped on board, it wasn't because my husband was so successful, because I watched his success for 3 years. 3 years. My husband has been in this business for 3.5 years, and I am a Platinum 2000, but I just started in October, November. She said a long time ago, I went to Paradigm Shift. It wasn't that long ago. It was October. It was October, 6 months ago. And the transformation that I've received from going to that, right? It's more about what I think of myself, how I view me, understanding that I have value. You have value. Every single person on this call is their own person, and they were put on this earth for a reason. And that reason can be fulfilled in whatever way you allow for it to be fulfilled. But if you don't believe that you have the value, how are you going to show the world? How are you going to serve the people? How are you going to change anyone? How are you going to help anybody? If you don't believe, if you don't actually inherently believe in your own mind, in your own heart, that you have the value to give, that you are worth it, that what you have to say matters, that people should listen when you speak. And it's not about being arrogant, because I don't even know how to be arrogant. It's about being confident. And the problem, guys, is that people don't know how to change what they're currently feeling into confidence. Because all day, every day, you're listening to negativity. All day, every day. If y'all are watching the news, turn that shit off. If y'all are watching the news, turn that off. If y'all are watching TV and in the background you have commercials playing, mute the commercials. What are the commercials talking about right now, you guys? Alone together, home this, life has changed, the world blah. It's all negative. It's all subconsciously beating into your brain that for the rest of our lives, we're going to be stuck in our homes under quarantine because the world is ending. For the love of God, stop watching, stop listening. That is actually affecting the way that you think and the way that you act as a human being. It is affecting Rocio said it. You create your reality. You create the life that you live. It's created by the thoughts that you think and the words that you say. And the words that come out of your mouth come from the thoughts that you think. And most of your thoughts are subconscious and you don't even know that they're there, which is why it is so important. It is so important to practice gratitude on a daily basis. On a daily basis, sometimes twice. In the morning, every day. We write in this book, Rocio, this thing that she was talking about with our accountability. We write in this book every day, 10 things that we're grateful for. And we write with our left hand or our non-dominant hand a phrase that says, I'm so happy and grateful now that I realize my spiritual DNA is perfect and that perfection is within me. I begin each day looking for areas of my life where I want to see that perfection expressed habitually, right? Every day. What is that doing for us? It's changing the way that we inherently think. It's changing our mindset. It's changing our subconscious thoughts. It's changing to where our energy is up here now. It's changing to when we walk into a room, it doesn't matter who else is in there. We have confidence in our own abilities because we know we got this. We always had it, y'all, but we just didn't know. Y'all, if you are not practicing gratitude, if you are not studying personal development, if you are not reading to better your mind, then all the money that you could potentially make in this business does not matter. It does not matter. You could make all the money in the world, and if you are not growing your mind, you are going to lose it like that. You are going to lose it like that. You know why it took me so long to get in this business? Because my mindset was not there. My mindset was not there. I wanted it. I wanted to not have the lifestyle that I was living before. I wanted to not live paycheck to paycheck. I wanted to not have $15,000 in credit card debt. I wanted to not have to work for anybody. I wanted to do all of those things, but my mindset wasn't there. And guys, when I say do personal development, I mean do it, not read it and then not put the action forth. You cannot just read. You have to do. Let me say that again. You cannot just read. You have to do. If you don't perform the action, then whatever it is that you're reading is just going in one ear and out the other. Does that make sense? So with that being said, sorry, I got a little hot going on that, and I don't want to talk too long, right? I know there's other people on this call that have lots and lots of value to bring. And again, I'm so, so grateful. So I hope just that little bit gave you a little bit of value. And again, if anything doesn't make sense, if you have any questions, please DM me on Instagram. I would love to help you. I don't care whose team you're on. We're all in this together. We're going to go up together as the ladies and the queens of the bosses of this company that we are. Amen. 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 Now, without further ado, I'm going to bring on this next amazing queen. I am so, so, so grateful to be introducing this lovely lady on our call. Rosie, are you unmuting her? Because I don't know where she is.
On it.
Okay, fabulous. So she's actually only been in this business for like 5 months, y'all. And when I found that out, I was like, damn, like I remember when I was only in for 5 months, but what she's done in 5 months versus what I did in 5 months, like from way back when, it's some pretty amazing stuff. She's transformed her entire life along with her boyfriend. She's doing this together. So shout out to all the queens doing it with their man, right? And she's doing this with her boyfriend, and they changed their lifestyle from being like nightlife industry workers to just being full-time entrepreneurs. And that is powerful, because if you've ever been in the nightlife, you know how draining and just energy depleting that type of lifestyle is. So without further ado, I'd like to bring on the next queen, Miss Nora Garcia.
Hello, everybody. Can you guys hear me? Drop some 111s if you can hear me. I want to give it right back to Crystal. It's such an honor to have a powerful boss lady among with all of you ladies in the chat box, because one day you're going to be speaking. Like, I didn't believe myself I was going to be the one speaking, but I want to give it right back to Rocio, to Crystal. Thank you so much for sharing such powerful stories, because I can relate 100,000%. Believe me, I was listening to your story, and similarly, I'm only 20 years old. I'm also a Latina, born and raised in Nicaragua, came when I was like 10 years old. And honestly, Gabriel's been in the business for about 2 years, you know, figuring it out for himself. And I knew about this since I was 17 years old. And at 17 years old, the environment that I was in did not allow me to really value this information. So I'm going to be talking about putting yourself in the right environment. And I don't mean just physically, I mean the right environment, the people that you're around. Even right now during quarantine, I'm not talking about, oh yeah, but I'm not hanging out with anybody. No, guys, I come from partying every single Saturday, every weekend with my boyfriend, and that's it. We thought it was easy money, but imagine waking up every Sunday, hungover, with eye bags, tired, no energy. How does that feel? That's not a lifestyle. If we decided to have kids a couple of years from now, how are we going to be able to do that? We're not going to be 20, 25 our whole life. So something had to change. And I said, if I've been here for him, I got to be here for myself now, because I want to continue to be able to be here for him. So I jumped into this. I did not look back, and I said, I'm quitting my job. I'm going all in. And boom, 5 months later, I am grateful, happy, and grateful, not satisfied to be a Platinum 2000, because it's not even the money, it's not the title, it's not the rank, it's the growth that I felt from within. And guess what? To level up, to grow, to be able, you gotta give up to go up. It's really that simple. You gotta give up to go up. And a lot of us, whether you're a woman, a man, or anybody, you gotta put yourself in the right environment. And it starts with what you look at every day, even your social media. I used to scroll through my social media, and all these young ladies, unfortunately, were just wasting their lives out. I mean, I'm 20 years old, and I work part-time jobs for like a quarter of my life already. I knew I needed to change something. So guess what? I started changing the people that I look at every day on Instagram, the people that you follow. Cleanse that. Let go of that. Why would you want to look at something you don't want to become? It starts with who you look at on social media and all of that, because especially right now that you are, in the position you're at where you're by yourself, I mean, you got to make sure you're very careful with what you're looking at on your phone, because it's probably the most thing that we're spending our time on right now. So who do you talk to every day? I mean, make sure you're not calling broke Becky to talk about, you know, her emotional life with her boyfriend and this and that. Talk to your mentors. Talk to people that have what you want. Talk to women like Rocio, like Marianne, like Jenny. Talk to women that are going to help you elevate. The conversations need to be different for you to obtain different results. And, you know, as a woman, it's really hard to friendship and partnerships sometimes, because, you know, we become so caring about others that we partner up with, that sometimes we don't keep that defined line of, we're business partners, I'm your mentor, you're the one helping me, you're the one guiding me. So make sure you have that line, right? I didn't only have to define that line with people that I partner up in the business, I also had to define the line in my relationship. If you're a woman doing this business with your partner, understand that there has to be a fine line between you guys doing the business together and you guys being in a relationship together. There has to be a balance. And that's where, just like, you know, Rocio was speaking about relating to Elena Cardone. That's how it all started, by me meeting Elena Cardone, by me meeting Monica Tapia. Those are the women that, you know, I saw they had what they have, and I said, that's what I want. So guess what? I'm gonna do what they do. And I go ahead and look up Monica Tapia on YouTube, and you know, I learned from her. Guess what? She probably doesn't even know me, but I'm so focused on studying her that I know every single way, every single video she speaks, how she speaks, everything she says. And I was taking notes on this video, and she literally says, I mean, if you're Latina, you know how chismoso we can be, right? But make sure the conversations you're having are the right conversations with the right people, because right now you might not be able to go hang out with your friends, but guess what? You don't want to be gossiping on the phone. There you go. Couldn't find the word. You don't want to be gossiping on the phone. You want to go ahead and talk about your plans, your goals, how to get there, because someone out there, I promise you, someone out there already has done what you're about to do, and they can tell you what to avoid, what mistakes to avoid, and a clear path. I mean, there's so many women out there that already paved the way for us, like Paloma Sansores, that's Chairwoman 100. If she did it, all of us can. Without a man, I mean, it doesn't matter. She did it, right? So understand that it's very, very important, your environment. And I do not mean just, I mean, even if in your household, limit your conversations with, if you feel like some family member might not be supportive, educate them. And if you feel like they still don't value your information, I mean, you gotta, sometimes you love them so much, you wanna be able to get to your goals faster. So you gotta cut down those conversations sometimes, right? Because they won't understand, their paradigms are a certain way. So guess what? You gotta focus yourself more to prove to them that you can and that you're doing it. So what I mean by environment, I mean, make sure you're following all these chairwomen. It's only going to help you understand the person you might need to become. And I don't mean compare yourself, because a lot of us might mistake in that for, oh, but I'm not like that, but I don't have this, I don't have that, I can't take those pictures yet, I don't have the followers, no, look at what you do have in common. What do you have in common? You have a phone, you have creativity, you have personality. Look for the things that you do have and use them to your strength. Use them to your strength. I literally look at Monica Tapia and I'm like, she goes ham in the Latin market. I need to start doing that. So I'm studying her so much. It's time to implement that. Even Marianne, I've seen her do videos in Spanish, you know. So use your strengths. Focus on your abilities, your strengths. Don't over think on yourself and bring yourself down, because the biggest fight you probably are having is the one in your head, the one with yourself. Because everyone else, we're right now, prime example, we're in the right environment. We're on a Zoom call to empower each other. So I really want to emphasize how every single call, it's a prime example of putting yourself in the right environment, because we're all at the same frequency right now. It goes to the paradigm shift, the Bob Proctor information too. Honestly, for the past 5 months, I did not understand this until the last 3.5, because I went to Bob Proctor. So when we say study Bob, it's not just go and take notes on Bob. It literally means go ahead and study the information. Because guess what? This little book right here, the gratitude book, That's literally what took me to Platinum 1000. Every single day doing the gratitude book. And don't only be grateful for the things that you have right now, manifest. It is a journal. It's a template for how to do gratitude. But guys, I just want to say that I'm very grateful to have the spotlight and honestly give a little bit of word of experience, because coming from someone being in the worst environment you can possibly think of, there were nights where I remember Gabriel and I had to wait at the club until 5 a.m. to make sure we got paid. And now I'm here working on myself, feeding myself the right things, and I'm still getting paid, right? I'm getting paid to grow. I'm getting paid to influence the right way. I no longer have to promote a party where girls just gotta come, and no, I'm here promoting life change, empowerment. So I'm very, very grateful for all of you young ladies for tuning into this call. And I'm excited to see some new faces next week, because I really think all of us have some value to give, no matter what rank you are. So go ahead and drop some 777s if you're excited for the next one I'm about to bring on, because this is the powerhouse, okay? I gotta say, this is where we probably all learn from her every single day. I'm talking about a woman that already retired herself. She's retiring her husband. I mean, I'm talking about a person that if there's 3 words I could define her in, it's love, care, and giving. She's so giving, like every single day she pours heart and soul into this business, and she's gotten me to where I am today, because I couldn't relate to Anthony. I couldn't relate to Gabriel. I could relate to Monica, but she was nowhere near. Guess what? Marianne took me under her wing, and I'm a product of shadowing other people that have what you want, because where Marianne's at, I'm right behind her like a shadow. So ladies, I'm super, super excited, super grateful to bring up someone that it's really dear to my heart. I can say she's also a dear friend. Marianne, the mic is yours. I'm ready to take some notes because I know you're bringing that heat.
What is up, everybody? Oh my goodness. Wow, that just warmed my heart to see Nora literally shine her light. It warms my heart to see Rocio put this call together. Hearing from all the amazing ladies. Wow, some valuable information. Guys, special shout out to Nora. She's the brand new Platinum 2000, literally paving the way for all the women in this platform within G4G, within Anthony's organization, Dreams to Reality, whatever you want to consider it. She is literally paving the way. So guys, go ahead. Let's get some energy on this call. Let's go ahead and drop some 777s. If you guys got some fire so far, because I'm going to speak up now, but we still got one more speaker, one more guest speaker in the house that I'm excited to bring up. But I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys. First and foremost, my name's Marianne. I've been in the company for the past 19 months now with my husband. And it's honestly been a definite life-changing journey, and not just because of the rank or the money or whatever, or the journey or the process or the ups and the downs. No, I'm talking about the ability to have created the ideal version, or creating the ideal version of who I really want to be and who I really see myself becoming in the future. And that's something that a lot of people don't really see when they first get started. You see, a lot of people, they get started in this industry and they get frustrated because they don't see immediate growth or immediate change or immediate profits right away. But something that is going to come, and it's guaranteed, that if you stay the course and you're willing to go through personal development every single day, you will see change in the future. You may not see it right now, but you're going to see it in the future. And you have to realize that you were created for a purpose, and it's not an accident that you're here. It's not an accident that you're in I Am Mastery Academy. It's not an accident that you got started in this platform, because right now your business is a gift that you have been given, and it's to help you realize this purpose that you have for your life. Guys, your purpose is so much bigger than you making money or earning a commission check or making money trading or a rank advancement or any accomplishment that you're ever going to achieve in your life. Your purpose right now in this platform, in your life, the purpose that God has given you is something that's completely attainable to you and who you are. You and I, all of us, all 122 of us on this call, we were created with the purpose of extending God's love into the world. And that's something I was able to realize, and something I was able to come across because of my mentors being able to put me in front of information that allowed me to discover that. And right now, God is the love that is inside of us right now. He's the energy and the thought of unconditional love. And we exist and we are in this platform right now to co-create with in this world, to co-create with God in this world. And we're extending love. That's all we're doing. We are creating that love within ourselves to then go out there and share it with other people. The love to help other people. The love to help see someone grow. The love to see someone go from where they are to where they want to go. The love from seeing Nora go from the person that she was, that had no self-confidence, no belief in herself, to who she is right now. Guys, she just spoke on a Zoom call with over 100 people and murdered this call. She literally took the floor. This is what this platform has been able to do for a lot of people, a lot of women, and a lot of even men. I don't just talk to women. I don't believe in that whole like women thing. I'm talking to everybody on this call. I'm talking to everybody. If what I just spoke about right now was the core belief that you had in your life, that the purpose in your life was to simply be a living demonstration of God's perfect love in the world, how would that change the way that you approached your business? How would that change the way that you went about your day? What if if you treated your business as the vehicle that had been put in your life to help you realize that God-given purpose that you have? What if you truly realize that? Guys, you're in the business of spreading love. I know we hear all the time from Trade House. Nathan Samuel, he says it all the time. We're in the business of spreading love. We spread love, family. That's what he says all the time. But it's the truth. Network marketing is so powerful because it's a vehicle that literally helps amplify. It helps us amplify the love and the power of love all over the world. It helps us realize the potential that lies inside of us. You literally have to face yourself. It's a personal development program with a compensation plan attached to it. It forces you to face all the things about yourself that you didn't love, all of the insecurities, all of the doubts that you had, all of the things that have held you back, and what you eventually literally realized what it was. You had to get over that. That's why a lot of people fail network marketing. That's why a lot of people fail in this industry, because they're not willing to literally face themselves in the mirror and be true to themselves. I got to get over myself. I have to start looking inside of myself and do the hard work to get better every single day. Every day. Your business is going to help you discover the gifts that are inside of you, the gifts that God gave you, that we've all been given. This business is going to help you amplify that. And that's what you have to let this business do. And we have the platform to be influence to other people and to help other people recognize that within themselves. So if you see someone on your team, if you see someone in your business that seems frustrated, that tells you, oh my God, I don't know, like this hasn't worked for me. It's only been a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Dude, calm down. You have a long way to go. You have a long way to go. No. Like, you have so much to discover for yourself. Like you have a roller coaster. You're gonna have the ups. You're gonna have the days where you have butterflies in your stomach. You're gonna have the days where you feel amazing. You're gonna have the days where it's like, dude, what am I doing? What has my life turned into? What has my life become? That's what you have to go through that. You have to be willing to pay the price of not only growing through your emotions, but the fact that you have to know what it feels like to go through the ups and the downs to then help somebody on your team go through the ups and the downs. How are you going to help somebody on your team overcome their obstacles if you don't know what the obstacles are? If you haven't gone through the obstacles yourself, be grateful. Be grateful for all the challenges. Be grateful for every single little piece and every single emotion, every single feeling, every single thought. Be grateful. Because in order for you to be able to guide somebody on your team, you have to have gone through it yourself. So guys, that's my portion. That's my piece. I really, truly, honestly have found a passion, not in this platform, not in this business, not in network marketing, not in trading. It's the business of working on myself every single day because your income is going to be in direct proportion to the amount of service that you're able to provide to others. And the more service you're able to provide to yourself, the more value you're able to provide to yourself, guess what? The more value you can give to others. So guys, I truly appreciate every single one of you. I want to give the floor up to the woman, the myth, the legend, literally Chairman 10 in this industry, her and her husband. I love to model her and her husband in this industry, in this platform. I mean, she's been actually killing it for a lot of years. She has a lot of experience in this industry for over 7 years, working her business day in and day out. And honestly came from really nothing. Like, she had a regular job, didn't believe in this business at first. Like, her husband was doing the business and she was just like, okay, like I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to see it. And then she actually fell in love with the business more than her husband. Her husband is an educator in the platform. And she is honestly someone who leads by example, someone who is actually leading organizations all over the world. And most importantly, the Latin American market, she is dominating out there. And I truly believe that she is on the midst of hitting the next level, of hitting that next rank of Chairman 25, Chairman 50, Chairman 100, Chairman 250 by the end of this year, because that is honestly what she is. Andrea, I'm going to have Rocio unmute you, but the floor is yours. It's an honor to have you on this call, love.
Wow. Let's give it up back to Marianne and wonderful chairwomen on this call, Nora and Rocio and Crystal. They've been doing a tremendous job. So let's give it back to them. Let's put some 777s in the chat right back at them, because honestly, this platform, they put up this platform for you guys. They're doing this every Wednesday that I'm understanding now. And this is amazing, because after what I'm hearing tonight, who's going to want to sleep, right? So I said, wow, this is amazing. And thank you, Rocio. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you to all the leaders that have me on this platform, because what I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys is my story. And hopefully from my story, I'm going to tell you some tips that I actually did to get to where I am. Because something that I realized when I first started is that I had to lower my head, because when I used to work in hospitality, I thought I was making okay money. I didn't want to, go into network marketing, because I was like, you know what, selling products, that's not for me. I've been in the industry even though 7 years with my husband, but when I came into this is where I really saw the vision. Because I saw that the people are actually looking for this opportunity. They're actually looking how they can make money from the comfort of their home. In that moment, when I was working in hospitality, my husband and I, we actually had a debt of $65,000 for medical debt. And I said, Leo, yes or yes, we have to do this opportunity. I don't care if it's network marketing. I didn't care in that moment, because I needed to get out of the situation that I was in. I said, I have to take a risk, because in that moment, my husband was not able to move. I was the only one in muletas, crutches. I was the only one in crutches, looking for the way to make money at the same time that I was working. My boss didn't give me a chair. I was standing up 8 to 10 hours a day, working hospitality with crutches, and my boss did not give me a chair, not even once. And I said, Leo, we got to do something different. We got to find out a different way, because if we're not happy in our situation, we got to find out a different way. And something that I realized is that I had to lower my head, because when I met my leader in the moment that he brought me into the company, I had such a high ego. I was like, you know what? I don't need to do this. I had such a high ego. And that's when I said, okay, let me do something different. I have to lower my head, stop competing against my leader, because I see that this happens a lot. We compete against our leaders. Stop competing, lower your heads, and let yourself be guided by them. Let yourself be guided by them. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and share something. I didn't have enough time to translate it, but I'm gonna go ahead step by step and translate it by voice. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, because something that I realized is that everything you need to find out what is your strong desire. Right here, let's see. Okay, you let me know if you guys can see that on the screen. I'm gonna go ahead and translate it. I just want you guys to see the images, because at the same time, it's gonna help you understand what I'm saying. So everything a strong desire, great. Everything with a strong desire begins with what you speak, with what you see, and what you hear. Everything with a strong desire begins with what you speak, with what you see, and what you hear. Number one, speak it, believe it, and you shall receive it, okay? Now, something I really clear up with you guys is that on the number three, whatever you hear, you believe and you shall receive. But everything that we speak, that we hear it. So if you speak positivity, you receive positivity, okay? If you speak negativity, you receive negativity. And what do we want in our business? We want everything positive. We want positive vibes. We want everything. We want God to give us back everything in positive vibes. So what we have to speak and everything that we say out of our mouth has to come out to be positive, because everything that you focus on is kind of what Marianne was saying, that she had someone that on her team that was saying, this isn't for me, blah, 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 everything negative, negative, negative. Everything that you focus on tends to grow. So if you focus on negativity, you grow negativity. If you focus on positivity, you grow positivity. So everything that you speak that comes out of your mouth needs to be positive, guys. Needs to be positive. Now in my house, I have a bunch of pictures of goals that I want to achieve. My gratitude card, my goals that I want to achieve. Every morning I stand up in front of a mirror and I repeat the same goal because I know that I'm going to have it. And that is why I have my little card on the picture on the side, because I know that June 12th, I will receive my goal. I will be able to accomplish my goal. Now you have to begin to see it every morning though. Not only speak it, but see it. Put it in action. So for example, I put a house right there where you see in the images, because where I moved is in the same neighborhood as that house. Now, I moved into a smaller house. We were able to buy it, but I said, Leo, this isn't the house that I want. I want this house on the image. I want this house. So what I did, we moved to the same neighborhood, and every morning I walk my dog. We walk by that house and we say, I am so happy and grateful now that we have more than 40 brand new platinums, platinum 1000 above. And by June 12th, my husband and I, we are Chairman 25. So put some 77s in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. Because it's very important that everything that comes out of your mouth has to be positive. I think that everything that you speak in here is the most important, but we also have to see it. But not only do that, but we have to repeat it and put it in action. Repeat it and put it in action. So number one, speak it, believe it, and you shall receive it. Number two, see it, believe it, and you shall receive it. Number three, hear it, believe it, and you shall receive it. So put everything in action. Now, this is very important topic for me. Why? Because right now we're in a situation of the pandemic, and there's so much negativity on the news, which is what Crystal was saying. We have to shut down the news. Shut it down, stop listening, stop looking at social media of what's happening with the coronavirus. Start focusing on who you can help in your team, who we can help out there. Because this is where we have to decide what's more important. We have to decide what's more important, our distractions or our desires. What is more important to you guys, our distractions or your desires? This is the moment that we have to start focusing on our desires, because there's so many distractions that's gonna take us away from our focus of our desires. So you have to like the little horses that have the little things on the side of their eyes, you have to maintain focus on your desires. Because in moments of darkness, like the ones that we're going through now, there's moments that, okay, wow, we've been 1 month in our house, a month and a half in our house, almost 40 days in our house. I'm getting so depressed. Guys, stop focusing on the darkness right now and start speaking Chairman. Start speaking Chairman, decretando, start speaking it, start saying it. Start speaking Chairman, 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 that you are a Chairman. Say, I am happy and grateful now that I am a Chairman. I want you guys to write in the chat, Chairman, 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 because that's what we have to focus on now. Moments of darkness, we have to focus on our desires. We have to focus on our whys, just like Crystal was saying, because this is what is gonna help us to achieve our goals. Because even when I started, when my parents, the first ones to say, oh, that doesn't work. That doesn't work at all. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna only talk to you for a minute a day, Mom, because right now I'm so focused on what I'm doing. And this is what happened after I got to Chairman 10. My mom's like, oh, I guess that thing really does work. So I was like, you see, and you said, you always told me that didn't work. But now I was so focused on my goals. I was so focused on the light and not the dark. I was so focused on Chairman that's how I was able to receive my Chairman. It didn't matter how long it took me, because people say, oh, but it took you 18 months. Guys, no, guys. It didn't take me 18 months. It took me 7 years and 18 months to get to where I am. Because 18 months in this company, but the path of what I started to develop, the path of what I had to learn. Because something that I said, the first thing that you need to learn is how to lead yourself. The first thing you need to learn is how to lead yourself. Start creating that discipline. Start reading the books. Start listening to audios and start putting it into action. okay? Start leaving those excuses aside. We don't want any more buts. Forget the buts. The buts are on our booties. We have to leave the excuses, okay? Now, this is something I like to show as an example. Who's seen Zootopia? If you've seen Zootopia, put a yes in the chat or put that you've seen it. I want to see anybody seen Zootopia because it actually has a nice moral at the end of what the movie is. So I'm going to explain it to you so you can understand that even these movies are kind of trying to grow these children with a positive mind. So the little bunny that we see here, her name is Little Hops. I think it was like that. So the police Hops, she was about a young little bunny, and she wanted to be a police officer when she was young. But her parents said, why be police officers? There hasn't never been a police officer as a bunny before. Work with us growing carrots. And she said, you know what, Mom, thanks for letting me know, but I really want to become a police officer. So it took her 11 years. She was studying, as you can see, she kept studying. And even though in the moments of darkness, she kept maintaining focus on her until 11 years later, she became the first bunny police. So I said, wow, this is an amazing moral of the story. I was like, wow, I can use this for a presentation, but it's true. So even as in this movie, it's focusing you, making sure you focus on your goals, because she wanted to focus on becoming a police officer, even though her family said that doesn't work, you cannot be a police officer, there's never been a police officer bunny before, and said, grow carrots with me. But she said, you know what, I'm gonna focus on my goals. She studied 11 years and then accomplished after becoming the first bunny police officer. So that's what we need to do. We need to focus on our goals, because what you focus on grows. Now, this is me, guys. I used to work in hospitality. That was me. I had my little Adidas shoes. I was in uniform. I had my little fans from the hotel. And actually, the kid that you see there, he's from Trinidad and Tobago. I didn't know who he was, but he was the first person to believe in me. And being 15 years old, he started the business with me and took an account from $100 to $1,000. And then he ended up getting to P600 and still is today a client of the business. He might not do the ranks anymore, but he's a firm client of the business because he sees the value in this business. He really sees the seed in this business. He says, wow, thanks to this opportunity, I'm able to help my mom pay the rent at being 17 now. So he's been 2 years with us. And that was my first little car. It took me everywhere I needed to go. I was so happy and grateful that I had a car, but there's nothing better than actually paying off your Mercedes-Benz cash and flying on a private jet that I never imagined at the age 25 in that moment. Now I'm 26. I was like, wow, this is incredible. Things are really happening to me. And nowadays, I'm so happy and grateful now that I have the house that we have, the car is paid off. And this is in the same neighborhood as the image that I showed you before, that this house is located in. And that's why every morning I pass by this house. Guys, we need to start applying this. We really need to start applying this and start focusing on our goals. Really start focusing, manifesting self-love and helping other peoples in this business. Who can we help in this business? That's the question that you need to be asking yourself. Not how can I help myself? No. Who can we help in this business? So guys, I really hope that you understood the information I was telling you guys, because something that I said is that what makes us different from one of the questions I asked myself is that what made me different in that moment before to the leaders and the chairmen that are in this business, and that they learn how to manifest self-love. They learn how to manifest self-love. The last thing I'm going to share with you guys is that, let me see if I can share it here. I know it's not translated. I had so many tips and I forget them. Okay, so what do you think other chairmen or leaders had that you felt you didn't have? They learned how to manifest self-love. They believed in themselves. Because, for example, when I first started, or back then, my parents, my families, my friends said, you come from a family filled with divorces. Your relationship's not going to go well. You know what I said to them? I believe in myself, and I believe in my relationship. I believe in my matrimony. Nothing's going to affect me. I maintain positive. I don't let that stuff slide. You need to focus on manifesting your self-love, believing in yourself. And every morning what I do, and this is, you can copy this as well. Every morning what I do, every morning what I repeat is now, Andrea Segnini, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am a Chairman 25. Say it as if you already received it. Because that I hear people say, I'm happy and grateful that I'm going to be. No. You have to say it as you already received it. So I am happy and grateful now that I am a Chairman 25. I am loyal to my goals. I am good at everything that I put myself to do. I shine with my own light, and that my messages, what I say, has grown as much as I've grown. And that my origin does not define my destiny. The power is in you guys. You need to repeat something like this every morning and say it to yourself. Really repeat it, put it in action. So guys, I'm so happy and grateful that I'm on this call. Thank you for having me on this call, Rocio. Thank you for having me on this call, Nora, Marianne, Crystal. You guys are tremendous leaders. And honestly, just put this in action. I know that we're in this pandemic, but let's start focusing on our goals. Let's stop focusing on and stop focusing on the darkness. Stop focusing on chairman. So guys, if you're focusing on chairman, put chairman in the chat. Chairman, fill that chat with chairman, 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 because we need to be with high energy, because we don't want any of the negativity to fill our heads. So thank you guys for having me on this call. I'm going to go ahead and give it right back to Rocio. Rocio, thank you for having me on this call. I hope I left some value on the call for you guys.
Wow. So my voice is getting better and better every single time that I speak right now. But guys, this has been Chairwoman Wednesday number 2. This is going to happen every other Wednesday, like 2 times a month. And I look forward to bringing in new speakers that are currently in this call that are about to pop Platinum 2000. I truly believe that this is you. You know, I see Haley in the call. I see Gabriela. I see Lali. I see so many. I see Jenny. I see Viviana. I see so many. Isabella. I see Stephanie. I see Alondra. I see B. I see so many women that I'm just excited to hear them and just know what they're about to say. And I just want to show gratitude to all of the speakers that just dropped some mad nuggets tonight. And I'm going to end this call off with a challenge. Right? I'm going to challenge each and every single one of you to go on your Instagram right now and just do a post with that one nugget that blew your mind today. Do a nugget with that one post that blew your mind today. Tag the speakers, guys, but share the value with the world. Don't be selfish with this information, guys. Imagine if someone had to hear the value that you heard tonight. Just share it with your followers, share it with your friends. At the end of the day, people will do business with you because of the value they see you can provide. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am so happy and grateful now that we are the leaders that develop thousands of Platinum 1000s by the end of 2020. I'm so grateful that it's done. Thank you, God. I will see you, girls and guys, in the next Chairwoman Wednesday. Thank you so much for this call. It was amazing. I'll post it up on YouTube very, very soon.